We're back again with episode 2, Magic on My Mind, and as you can see, we're here in my transformed room. I'm so excited to share more about that because this was a big project. Like, I poured some time and energy into this room, and I'm so excited to bring this room into my videos. Like I shared in my last card reading that was my first video in this room for the channel, and I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. Like, this is a change, this is a transformation. What has so much background, which is funny because for you right now watching, you just see me sitting in a room. It's a different room. That's it. But for me, there's like so much story behind where I'm sitting right now. And yeah, I'm just excited to get into that, share some insights, some things on my mind. Like I said, magic on my mind, which is an episode that came way faster than I thought that would happen, since I did the other one like 2 videos ago. You know, these videos are kind of just shares, updates, how life has been flowing, what I've been going through, and maybe, you know, share some things that could inspire you, that are insightful, that are the wisdom that is flowing through me at this time. And it's a new week, it's a Monday, and this is the week leading up to Valentine's Day on Friday, which is so crazy. It's so crazy. It's so crazy to me that it's 2025. It is February. Like, what? Like, how did we get here? Yeah, it's insane to me. And on top of that, we are in the Netherlands, and around January, February, I would say all the way up to April, it could be really cloudy. There could be rain. That's why, like, the coloring in these videos, you might notice, are more slightly gray, but I did notice that I really kind of match in with the background, like my shirt and then the wall and the bed. That's really silly to me. Most of the time I would choose to put on some clothes that would not, like, that I kind of fade into the background, but here we are today. I did not think that through. And yeah, so that's why I had this shirt on. But where was I? Okay, so it has been over a week that I started to renovate this room, this is the room that I've been staying in since I got back from Mexico in July. So I've been in this room for almost 7 months now, because I arrived back here on the 17th of July back in the Netherlands, and this room looks totally different. This was like my childhood bedroom. I chose this wallpaper, this rose wallpaper, when I was like 7, 8 years old. So that has been already almost 18 years ago, if I'm doing the math correct on that. Which was crazy because I came back here and I knew, because it was in December of 2022. I came back to the Netherlands from Mexico just to visit my parents because I hadn't seen them in a while. And when I left to go to Mexico in 2021, I said goodbye to my room upstairs, to the attic room, which was the room I was making all my videos in. And I was saying goodbye to our room because I didn't see myself coming back here. I knew that I wanted to move out, leap into the world, and I went to the other side of the world, to Mexico. And yeah, I said goodbye to that room. I gave that room to my sister eventually as well, where my parents were like, you know, are you still coming back? And I was like, probably not, so you can give that room to my sister, and then she has a bigger room. And yeah, so I stayed in this room when I came back in 2022 for a week, and yeah, that brought up a lot of memories because I had this room when I was a child, from like age 7 up to 15, I believe. When I was 15, I decided to go to the attic, and yeah, I never imagined myself getting back here in the Netherlands to live with my parents, to stay with them. And here we are, you know, something I never thought was going to be happening. I feared this happening, actually. I had moments where I was like, that would be the worst possible scenario, that I have to go back to the Netherlands where it all started, where I broke free from and went out into the world and to explore and yeah, all of that. To then come back here to the place where I felt outgrown from. And coming back here in July and staying in this room, I at first was just like, oh, this is going to be temporary, you know, I'm just going to stay here for a few months and then we're going to see where we're going, move somewhere else or travel somewhere else. But I noticed that I actually needed way more time than I thought I needed to heal, to be with myself. Like for months I couldn't even like work out because of the pain that I felt from my breakup, that every time I would move I would just start to feel so bad. It was emotional because, you know, when you move your body you are setting energy in motion, and I guess for me, every time I tried doing a workout I started crying. It was intense. But I've been able to start working out again since this January, which is so amazing. I'm so glad I can work out again. But I needed way more time than I thought I needed. So months go by, and in this January I was like, damn, I'm still here. It's 6 months later. What the heck? I guess, you know, I needed way more time than I thought I needed. And my dad bought me this heater for this room because after Mexico, living in a tropical environment, going here it was like so cold. So he bought me a heater and I just got so hot. Maybe you saw that I was getting so red. I was realizing that if you're making a video, you're talking, then the energy is flowing, you are going to notice that it's getting warmer and warmer. So that's what I was feeling. I had to turn it off. But I don't know where I was, but I remember that I was talking about January, and in January I was like, I still don't know where I want to go. I do know I want to travel or visit places that I do know, but not where I would like to live. So maybe this is my you know, opportunity to make this space my own. I talked about it with my parents. They were totally fine with me taking on such a project. You know, discussing like how we're going to do this, what does this all cost, what do I need, all of that. And then I realized that there was like this perfect moment in time in February this month, well, the end of January leading into February, where my sister and my mom were away for a weekend, and so I could actually renovate this room because I could not sleep in this room while I was renovating it. So I needed to sleep somewhere else, but that was not there. But then when my sister and my mom left, there was more room. I could sleep in my sister's room, so I used her room for a few days again. And so I could work on this room, which was such a fun project because being in my room, my childhood room, brought up so many reflections of me as a child, how I relate to my parents. Being here anyway, I'm living with my parents, which brings up a lot within my family, within my parents as well. I'm a catalyst. I spark a lot of different things. I shine my light on people, and so the people that I live with will experience that I do bring out certain things that they might want to avoid or might want to hide or might want to not face, but I bring it out of them unintentionally. It's just who I am. It's my choice in embodiment that I'm being a light, and so I just shine my light at all times. Anyway, so that has brought up a lot, healing, reflecting, moving through so many different things as well in regards to my dad, because I, you know, broke up, and then the connection and relationship to the masculine, like where was this coming from, how did this happen. I went through it all, and then I realized it was time. So I'm going to show some like snippets here and there throughout this video of me taking off the wallpaper, which took 2 days to take off all the wallpaper from these walls. It was such a fun process because it really felt like I was slowly but surely stripping away the past, stripping away the old, and as I was doing so, I got to really be with myself and kind of in the thoughts and emotions, and to allow these to be stripped away from me, to embrace a new me, as I had been transforming over these last months into a new version of myself. And this was kind of like the physical manifestation of that, of me, who I am now. It didn't match with the room I was staying in anymore. I knew that I needed to create a space that really was me. And yeah, so I started doing that at first. Then after 2 days, so the total time was 5 days, and most of it I did by myself, as well as my dad to help me with some things, because, you know, he's like a handyman, so he has some stuff, some tools that I needed, and so he helped me with that as well. So I took off the wallpaper. Then that Friday, which was the 3rd day, I had to fill in all the holes in the walls, like all the little, because the wall was bad. Like, my parents 18 years ago decided to just put on wallpaper because that was kind of the easiest way to go about it at that time, which kind of covered up all the cracks, all the holes, because that wall was, it had some work to do. So I filled in all the gaps, all the holes, together with my dad, everything, which was the thing I did the whole Friday. For a whole day I did that. Then the day after that, together with my dad, we put on the first layer of like before paint layer. It wasn't actual paint, I don't know what it's called in English, but that's what we put on that Saturday. The whole day we painted that first layer for the paint to stick on that wall, because that wall was so rough and it was like crumbling. Every time you would go over it with like sandpaper, I think that's the word, with sandpaper, it would just like, so much dust would come off, and some, like, the wall would crumble and crumble, and it wouldn't stop. So we had to fill that up, then put that layer over it, and that was a lot of work to begin with. And then that last day, that Sunday, I by myself painted all the walls white, which with the paint we still had, because this color is like all the way through this home. And I love this color because it's just very like peaceful, it's calming, it's not intense white like a really white, but it's like a cream. It's the spaces I live in, most of it is light white, not too many colors, maybe some pops of colors here and there, but not crazy, and maybe some darker colors here and there as well, because my mirror. But that was the mirror I already had when I was 15. I've had this mirror for a long time. I actually want a different one, so that is something that I am choosing to do. I'm saving up money to be able to put some more stuff in this room, because now it's just like a white wall. It's a really like, it's a blank canvas. I like that, I can work with it, but yeah, I would like to maybe put up a sign, or like a word, or a light, or some artwork, or whatever it is. I would like to transform this room for it to be vibey for my channel, because now it's just kind of it's not as boring, but it's really empty, which is great. I love that. It really helps me out with who I am and the path I'm choosing, that there's not too much distracting going on outside of me, because there's a lot of information going on within me. So yeah, I need this kind of, but that doesn't mean that I cannot hang up some art or some inspiring stuff, because that would be amazing. So if you would like to support me in that, I have the donation link down below, and you can tell me if you would like to buy me a plant or a sign or some art that I can place here. That would be amazing and help me out decorating this room for it to be more vibey for the channel, because, you know, I'm making these videos for myself, but as well you are here watching, and why not collaborate on making it a fun space for these videos to be pleasing to the eye, but as well that it's just, you know, fun, a vibe. Not that it's all about aesthetics, but aesthetics are great. I love aesthetics, and it's not to say that that's what the message and the videos are about at all. We worked on this room for hours, painting, taking off the wallpaper, filling up the holes, all of it, which was really fun. I got to really be with myself. I needed that. I really just needed a reflection moment, because I had been in the month of January, I'd been doing my coaching with my business coaches, and I only had one session left after I did this whole project, but it really gave me the opportunity to reflect on everything I had learned from them and to really see like, where do I want to go from here with my business, and like the path that I'm choosing as being a successful business owner. You know, what is it for me? Like, what is business really uniquely to me? How do I want to do this? How would I like to succeed within business and money, and to step into that direction, which has been my next phase of life, which is really transformative as well, because I'm walking up to many different like fears right now of stepping out of your comfort zone, financial independence, money beliefs, beliefs about people, all of it is all coming up. And that's what I shared. I made a video for myself on my phone, I believe, where I talked about that. It's like, business does not only bring up business, that brings up money and people, because basically that's what a business is. Like, you're exchanging with people and they're exchanging with you money, and you exchange with them your services, the wisdom and information you hold from me, for example, as being a mentor, which is something I could go on and on about in a whole separate video. So that is definitely happening, because that's a part of my life, being a business owner, being an entrepreneur, and you know, all of that, financial independence, the list goes on, the list goes on. So yeah, this is the share that I wanted to do today, to share the space, the process that I've been going through to create this new space and to welcome this space officially to my channel. And this being the new space, I will be recording my videos and will be transforming as I continue to be here, to live here, and to continue creating for my channel, for my business, for my Instagram. So if you don't follow me on there, go follow me on my Instagram, because that's where I really dive even deeper into everything that I share. And if you want to dive even deeper than that, then I have obviously my services, my one-on-one, my card readings, and my money course. So besides all of that, I'm going to stop it here because like I could talk for hours. Like I said, we need to put this into different episodes to be sharing all these things that are on my mind. And I hope you have a beautiful day today. If you want to like, subscribe to the channel, that would be so amazing. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.